Let's face it, we live in a society nowadays that's going green. When I was younger, I would play games all the time, PlayStation, Nintendo 64, the works. And the majority of Nintendo 64 games, classic Nintendo, Super Nintendo, were big bulky cartridges sold in thin cardboard boxes. And over time, games developed to the point where they were on optical discs. And with optical discs and with advances in technology came bigger games. I am still a huge gamer. I tend to do a lot more gaming on the computer, though, nowadays. This is a computer game nowadays. Big, huge, bulky plastic container, layer of plastic with a thin label under it. You open it up. There are installed DVDs, depending on how big the game is, depending on how many there are. In this case, Grand Theft Auto uses 2. And you have all of your manuals and basically a bunch of printed pieces of paper. In the case of Grand Theft Auto 4, you have On Liberty, which is basically the instruction manual disguised as a magazine. You have a survival guide, which is basically tips about how to play the game. And a poster, which doubles as a map on the back. I know you probably can't see that really, but there's a map back there. And that's what comes packed with a game. Another example of how games can come packed is The Sims 2 Double Deluxe. It's packed in a case more like a DVD case or a PlayStation 2 case. You open it up, and you have the install disc, which is a pain to get out. And you've got a bonus DVD with all kinds of game hints and videos. And then, of course, you have a little insert and a very thick instruction manual about how to play the game. Both of these games use a lot of plastic and a lot of paper in storage, merchandising, the whole shebang. Well, a couple days ago, I was at my local Walmart in the game aisle, and I came across a copy of Assassin's Creed. It wasn't like the Director's Cut edition or anything, to my knowledge. It was just a straight Assassin's Creed game. And this is how it was packed. This is it. This is a game. It's a thin little graphic to put it in, to give it some look. It's recycled cardboard. And then inside, a piece of paper with the system requirements of the game, and the game itself in a little envelope. Very, very, very ergonomic. And here I was thinking that only cheapo games were put into casing like this, when I realized Assassin's Creed is actually a really good game. High-level graphics, very modern, it's on DVD. Last night I went to Five Below, and I know they sell a lot of games there. And I actually bought a couple of games there last summer that were in huge, thick, bulky cases like Grand Theft Auto. And a lot of those same games they have there now, they're selling in these types of packaging. Again, this is a pack I picked up last night at Five Below, which is a great store we have here in Jersey. And I know it's around like Delaware, Pennsylvania, areas like that. And this is 2 Splinter Cell games. Again, it's ergonomically packed. The difference is, in this case, the games are on CD-ROM instead of DVD, so takes more install discs. Well, this one's on a DVD, but Pandora Tomorrow, for some reason, is on 3 CDs. And little paper about how to install the game. And this kind of packaging, I've noticed that using this recycled earth-friendly cardboard is something that CD companies have been doing for a while now, in the dawn of iTunes and Zune and you know, all those music purchasing services online. And this is really just another really good way to help the environment, short of going to download only for games. This is really good. And the instruction manuals for the games are on the discs. And I really think this is just a great move in helping the environment, helping keep games available to people on physical media. And this is actually something I think game companies might want to consider doing with all of their new releases. And I'm just saying this out of a hunch, I don't know for sure, but I have a feeling that most of the money that goes into a $40 or $50 computer game, I don't really think most of that money is going into this. I think the bulk of it is going into this and this. And one last little note I just want to point out is that there's 3 games amongst these 2 cases. There's how thick they are together. It's about the same as Grand Theft Auto. So, more games in less space, better for the environment, cheaper packaging, but still works very well as packaging. Something I really think game companies should consider. Until next time, this is Dan signing off.